Hello, welcome to Bi-o-ween day number 6-ish. Okay, yes, I know I have missed 3 more fucking days, and I now have to make 3 more fucking videos! Don't worry, I'll make sure I make them. Just shove and trust me. That's 1. And 2, okay, yes, I know you're wondering. Why? How did I get my trailer back? Or my opening credits back? Even though I said I accidentally deleted it. Apparently I didn't. Nope. I'm just being an absolute R word that y'all know. Alright. Now with everything, with those out of the way, let's get into the review. Now, if you recall way back at episode number 36 of the Bike Guy Reviews, you would know I have reviewed a weird, strange movie called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. However, we all know how much that was horseshit. However, despite all the whole terrible dialogue, terrible casting, and terrible designs and shit like that. However, and shocking enough, they was actually able to make enough money to make a sequel. And not only that, but they was actually able to recast Christopher Robin. They made some upgrades to Pooh and Piglet, and they was able to add 2 new characters, Eeyore and Piglet, or Owl. Well, so yeah. And I'm wondering, why did I done? Huh? Watch my last video and you'll find the fuck out. But yeah, I'll put that one in the link in the description. And yeah. So will Christopher Robin survive from Pooh and Piglet, Owl and Tigger's wrath? Or will they finally have their happily ever after? Well, let's shut the fuck up and let's dig into Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 on Peacock. And let's pray to God that this fucker can make this movie good. Especially with that new design. Okay. Sorry, I had to sit my ass down. Alright. Let's just wait till the thing. Okay, of course, non commercial. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back. Okay, let's see. So the movie begins with a quote. From Winnie the Pooh. Although I don't know if he said this, so if y'all know if he said this in any Disney Winnie the Pooh movie or just anything in general, comment below. But this quote said, and I quote, "You can't stay in your corner of the forest waiting for others to come to you. You have to go to them sometimes." Fun fact, that's the plot of the movie! Aside from going after Christopher Robin! No, shit, Sherlock, that's the whole plot movie. Also, wait, hold on, I forgot to turn on my lights. Yeah, also I'm holding my phone because I'm charging my phone while doing this, so sorry, but I know my video quality sucks, but fuck off because this is all I'm gonna have to do for now. Then the Disney-like thing, they show a house with a picture of Christopher Robin, a Pooh plush, Piglet plush, Tigger plush. Well, it looks more evil plush than, yeah. Then we see a book that opens up that tells us the story of what happened the last time when we saw Christopher Robin. After being killed by the ugly abomination known as Winnie the Pooh, he went out to the 100-acre wood and tell everything to the police, which they go uncover it. which they call it the 100-Acre Wood Massacre. However, of course, people being the world being a bunch of filtered retards, all think that he's an absolute liar. Or he thinks he's the murderer himself, even though he doesn't have a lust for kills. So he decided that. However, the people who believed in Christopher Robin and decided to scare Pooh and Piglet out the forest. And they burned down not all, but like some parts of the 100-Acre Wood. And with all of the trees burned up, Pooh and Piglet knew they had to take desperate measures. So they reunite with their friends Owl and Tigger to go to make a plan to get revenge on the town that Christopher Robin in. However, he actually now has a job as a doctor to help out patients and such. And he heard about his story on the paper, which he didn't appreciate because of fucking course. So, and then, and by the way, wait for fun fact, but Christopher Robin is from Ashdown, which sounds like what Ash Ketchum is from, like Ashdown or Ashtown. Yeah. However, for the story ends with showing an RV, which cuts to a real life picture of it. And we soon meet two random girls that are basically going to be our killers. Or victims, basically. 3 of them, actually. And if I can get their names, then I would, but... Okay, one's Maya. And... one's Alice. Well, the black girl's name is Alice, actually. And one blonde girl, I want to say is Emily, maybe? I might call her Emily since her friend's names is Mia and Alice. I thought Emily sounded nice, but yeah. Anyway, but as they tugged, the RV was shaking, and next thing you know, Alice got stabbed through the wall and got killed. And what Mia saw was oh yeah, the black haired girl is named Jamie. That's what I meant. And soon Jamie saw Winnie the Pooh by the door, who closed the door for her, but crushes her hand in the process. Then, with somehow physical strength, was able to legit flip over an RV. Which sounds so damn impossible, because, hello guys, it says, Winnie the fucking Pooh! Yes, I know he's the size of a lumberjack, but come on! There's no way that this big-ass bear has even done it. I know Owl and Tigger and Piglet might have had to help him. But yeah, anyway, Mia actually ended up surviving that flip and got out of there in time before it did completely. Or Mia. Yeah, that's what I meant, Mia. And Mia, so yeah, the blonde girl's named Mia and the black girl is named Jamie. That means the black girl is named Alice. So I was right. So anyway, however, the RV was on fire, which means Jamie actually burned on it. And Mia also hits a bear trap that he catched, and when Pooh grabbed and the RV exploded a little, and Mia accidentally stepped on the bear trap, because in horror movies at this point, we will never ever see a bear in a bear trap. We will never ever see it. Unless one fucking movie can fucking do it. I'm begging any movie for that to happen. And Owl stood there looking at Jamie, be like, "How dare you try and survive?" Although like Pooh, he does speak in a demonic voice. And of course, at the end of this whole madness, Jamie and Mia and Mia and what's her name? Yeah. Alice, yeah, sorry, my brain lost in a train of thoughts. And the scene finally actually ends with Owl roaring like a owl, despite I want to say the possible reason why he roared like a crazy animal, even though he's an owl. But then again, there will be some spoilers near the at the plot twist. So yeah. We then soon meet our brand new Christopher Robin, who will take over this whole movie. Thank fucking God. Because, it's not... And it shows that Christopher Robin, after the first movie, is actually now in hypnotherapy sessions. And is trying to recall on his past with Pooh in the gang. However, he actually wants to stop because he is making him uncomfortable now, I believe. He then used to get in his car with his friend, maybe, or maybe his new girlfriend. I'm just gonna say friend because I'm not sure if it's her friend or not. But I could be wrong. Yeah, so Christopher's female friend took her home, and he reunited, and he says hi to his parents, and crazily enough, his daughter, or sister. I meant sister, not daughter. Sorry, I'm not saying that Christopher Robin is a daddy because that would be weird shit, honestly. Although imagine that happening in the third movie. And yes, there's a third movie coming soon. I don't know when, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. We'll talk about it in the very, very, very future, whenever that comes. Then there was a cop plot where two cops were just looking around at the crime scene of the whole, Christopher Robin thing. However, we then see one smoking a cigarette and listening to the police report on that whole thing. And of course, he was pissed because he just wrote down stuff. Yeah. Then we meet three shooters. One of them, Dar. Alright, but I don't think we get the other three people's names, but I'll tell you who they are once I get them. But yeah, but just to clarify, the black guy's name is Dar. Okay? Okay. Anyway, so the other two is Shepard and Daryl. Okay, so Dar, Shepard, and Daryl were all three looking around for an animal, but they realized that they haven't catch any animal until they saw an owl flying by. Yes, I mean Winnie the Pooh's owl. not an actual owl. And so, like a bird, he flew down on to go to his home base, is where his buddy Buzz, Winnie the Pooh, Piglet the pig, and behind the gate, Tigger the tiger, all gather around on the top. He tells them that the shooters are getting closer, and Ashdown views their existence as a plague. And as horrors of the 100-acre wood, and evil which they created. What does he mean by that? Spoilers. They will never cease their hunt for us, which Owl said, and talked about how they trusted Christopher Robin, but Piglet says that they can never trust him ever, Christopher Robin, ever again. But they tell each other, Owl tells them that they gotta go out and kill them all and take down Ashtown for creating them. Because they knew either they're gonna have to fight, or perhaps survive, or they lay down and die. Which then shows, and to be honest, this shows the very perfect view of Pooh. Because, just take a look. Imagine seeing that in front of you. I would shit my pants. Literally, just from seeing Pooh in front of me. Also, sorry about that weird bang thump noise. I accidentally kicked my new bed, and yes, I got a new bed, which you may see in the future once I clean this up. But I ain't gonna let you see it. Yeah, I kind of want to leave it as a surprise, but you'll see it soon. I promise. You'll see it soon. Then we go back to Dar, Shannon, and Daryl, who are still looking around for some animals. However, they keep hearing some noises, and it starts to surround them. So, like the Scooby-Doo gang, they all split up, with two of them going one way and one of them going the other. However, when one of them was still walking in the woods, the 100-acre woods, basically the camera would go back and forth on each of both of them, to show but yeah, and they did clarify that they was gonna kill whatever was out there, aka Pooh in the game possibly, but again, since they are coming out with the third movie, you would probably know what's gonna happen. Yeah, then Piglet comes out and start splattering in one of the three dudes, hitting one of the three dudes, but Dar pointed a gun at him. However, for Dar legit shoots him in the face saying fuck off. So I guess he did kill Pooh. I guess he did kill, or Piglet. Piglet! That's what I meant. Not Pooh, Piglet. Because next thing you know, Pooh knocks out one of the boys. Not damn, there are. And stood face to face to him. And however, where it cuts to the boys coming to find Daryl, who wasn't him, only to find that his legit face was ripped off. Yeah. Well, one person, until they did found Shepherd, but of course his throat was mangled, mutilated, and Darcy's Pooh, he accidentally shoot one of the boys, and Pooh stabs Darcy right in the head, killing him with his own gun. Then, and since this is an animal horror movie, technically, he growls, roars at him like a bear. Because, mind you, he is a bear. However, the shepherd, shockingly enough, was still alive and started walking until he just only dies after, like, blood loss or something. Yeah, then we cut to Christopher Robin at work trying to help out one kid. And when he talked with his doctors about this whole 100-acre wood massacre, I believe. Let me check. But yeah, it was probably, oh, okay, so yeah. So apparently due to the whole, like, you can kinda say it's a popularity, but it's more like a attention thing. Because the doctors were getting complaints about Christopher Robin working there. And how they're getting heat on them, so tell me about it. I think he basically got fired or is getting a holiday day off or something. I'm not sure, but yeah. However, for the guy who basically got his one guy got his face shredded, named Aaron, who is actually Christopher Robin's old friend from his school. Well, yes, Christopher Robin had friends before Pooh and the others. So trust me, I know they would probably be jealous if they found out. They could have been like, "You have a friend and they're tell us!" But yeah. So Christopher goes to talk with his sister, Ella, who sometimes wants to be called Bunny for some reason, but I don't give a damn. Which is kind of a funny twist because, fun fact, Rabbit is actually going to be the next Winnie the Pooh character to be in Winnie the Pooh, Boy and Honey 2. And yeah. So he talked about how he's going to protect his sister from Pooh in the game, since they talked about how, However, apparently, Pooh actually had a real name in this universe. What his name is? Billy. That's legit it. Billy. Why Billy? I have no clue. So meanwhile, after her taking care of one body, Pooh and I'll both threw the body parts in the river so no one can find them. And trust me, that body was pretty slaughtered. So the next day, Christopher Robin goes back to hypnotherapy and starts having flashbacks about his childhood life with Pooh in the game. And this is where we finally get a good look at Christopher Robin that looks like the one from Disney! And yeah, I do think that one looks just a little more better than how the first one was. Now, I would also show you a young version of Pooh, but then again, he looks the same, just smaller. How smaller? Well, basically, picture a 13-year-old Winnie the Pooh, as like with a human body on and a tiny bear head. You would probably get my answer. But anyway, yeah, he had like slight flashback visions of him and Pooh playing outside and touching hand to hand through a window. Pooh pushing Christopher Robin on swings, and while it's snowing, by the way. Then he has one flashback where at he and Billy's birthday party, and his other friends that are actually going to be later in the movie, Flynn, Lexi, Kara, and Ava, those characters will be in the movie too. And they are unfortunately going to be, unfortunately they are all going to become victims. And okay. And I know you're wondering, what? Oh, then again, no. But yeah, never mind. So, anyways, soon, when Christopher Robin had slowly remembered that during the birthday party, he and Billy's birthday party, they play hide and seek. However, Billy gets kidnapped by someone in a van. And remember that because that will come later. Hold on, I'm gonna eat a bite of my chicken strips. I gotta have some for lunch. So anyways, then Christopher wakes up and freaks out a bit, realizing that Billy is actually his brother. And he basically knew that someone took him. And was freaking out a bit from it because of how he remembers it now. So his hypnotherapist tells him that he needs to take time to let it go through. However, Christopher's friend and who I'm gonna guess is Ava, but I could be wrong, was cleaning up the house house that she had a birthday party at, and however, where she walks over around the corner and trips over a tripwire. I don't know what was it for, but we'll probably find out later in the movie. But soon she goes to talk to her little brother named Psycho Fred. Hey, that he calls him. However, fun fact, for some weird reason, he was dressed up like Freddy Krueger and was also watching a video. Yeah. And at first you would see that he's watching A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. However, when they showed the TV again, this time it shows something fucking shocking. What? Oh, hold on. What's the... I might have to edit that part out, but sorry. But yeah, as you've seen, yes, your eyes are not blind. That is Winnie the Pooh Blood Honey 1. AKA the movie that they all are in. What the fuck? Oops, sorry. My fault again. So yeah, she lets him know, Freddy know that it was time for him to go to bed. But of course he disappears because he likes being silly. And plays around with Freddy a little more. But before it cuts to the next scene, this time with the police at Pooh's little lair. But this time, Tigger's cell door is open. So the tiger is loose. One cop says, fuck it, let's bounce. But then you hear, that's my line. With the growl, and of course it's Tigger killing the both cops. And honestly, I think that was pretty insane that, I think it's a bit silly that Tigger is, But yeah, so Christopher Robin talks with his parents about the 100 Acre Wood Massacre. And they're starting to think that he might just be crazy, or, they didn't know if they want to believe him or not. But yeah. So then he goes on a website called Milne. Milne with a bear on it. And looks at Child Abductions Ashtown 2003. Huh. And apparently 7 of the kids were actually missing from the Ashtown crimes. However, he was learning a little more about a house being burned down and some guy named Arthur and Dr. Arthur and Aaron and apparently he might have some bodies lying in his closet. Not literally, but jokingly. However, it cuts back to that same guy who was listening to the police report, or it's earlier in the movie, and he started Christopher started having nightmares from his past, and he takes a pill. He'll just shut the fuck up. And he goes back to sleep. But the next day, the officer comes out. To talk to Christopher's parents about what happened earlier last night from Tigger's kills. And they are starting to think that he is indeed a murderer. So now they're looking for clues, and they're not, like they talk to each other, so he talks with the cops. Meanwhile, well, all Christopher Robin's friends, and we're all going now at a rave party, and we're trying to party their heads off, and such. Then it cuts back. Then it has Christopher Robin heading to the hospital to talk to Aaron, and he shows him a drawing of like Pooh in the game, I think. Or no, he gives him a picture or a drawing to let him know about the whole cop thing. And he wrote down they did this. Talking about Pooh in the game. Next thing you know, he unbandaged his face, showing the scars that he now has to deal with thanks to Winnie the Pooh and his best friends. Now, I would want to show you it, but since YouTube wouldn't like to see any gore, I'm gonna leave it out. I'll leave it out and show it that. However, someone started looking out the window, and apparently Christopher Robin started to remember that that's the guy that kidnapped Billy. So he goes to talk to him, but apparently he disappeared quicker than Batman could ever do. Just kidding, he disappeared a little bit slower than Batman would ever do. However, it cuts to someone showering, and he then hears Owl gagging? The hell is he gagging on? Worms? I mean, come on, y'all. It's a fucking owl. Bird owl. What do you think? But yeah, so the dude was lured outside where it's now all purpley. And purple and blue light, probably from neon color or something. And he then sees Owl, who then comes at him. And okay, so the dude's name's Finn. Yeah, that's one of Christopher Robin's friends, by the way. And he tells him there is no God in this astral town because he's evil. And he then puked on Finn and fucking up his freaking face. Yikes. Then he stabbed him right in the eyeballs, and I guess he most likely died after that. Because I know there's no way that he would end up like Aaron after, getting his eye stabbed. So Christopher Robin sat in his car at the hospital and then sees the guy who he saw earlier come out of the hospital. So he starts his engine and goes to follow him. So he may talk to him and get some answers. Oh shit! I forgot to charge my phone. And oh, damn it! And then he searched around the house looking for clues and such, including the man himself. And he makes his way all the way upstairs. Here's and find some lab work and paperwork. Lab work, police report, news, and such, and yeah. Yeah, sorry. I know I'm not good at talking, but I'm trying my best. So, and then the dude catches him, and he talks to him about, and tells him that he wants to know about his part in taking the 100-acre wood massacre and such. So he gives him the story. And this is where the plot twist comes, because y'all gonna be surprised about it. So apparently, he reveals that many years ago, Billy, aka Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger were all humans. However, Dr. Gallup is what the person is called. I think Arthur Gallup, or maybe the Arson Gallup. I'll say Arson Gallup, or whatever. But yeah. And he talked about... An old man talked about how he stumbled on a children's sleepover party, which of course he kidnapped the kids, brought them to Dr. Gallup, and then basically mixed their DNA with animal DNA and made them who they are now. And if you remember how I talked about how Billy is Christopher Robin's brother, then yes, you basically your ears are not hearing are hearing right. So basically that means Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh are brothers. What the fuck? That is insane! No one, that is an interesting take to make. Pooh and Christopher Robin being brothers? I'm not sure if that was part of the plot twist, but if it isn't, I'm sorry, but I'm trying, okay? Also, yeah, Dr. Gallup is dead because after Aaron realized how wrong it is, he tricked it, he basically buried Pooh in the game thing. However, after Aaron kills Dr. Gallup, he leaves, but then decided that he needed to go finish Pooh and the others off so they can be put out of their misery. But when he came back to the bodies, all of them was gone, including Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger. So, with nothing left in his life, he just basically kills himself. Which I don't blame him because, Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, after he kills himself, Christopher Robin finally leaves and Christopher's BFF went to Freddy's room to check on him, which... Sorry, it's the chair. Oh, her name is Lexi. She talked to Christopher... Fuck! Freddy to see if he's alright. Hey, however they... Oh, god damn it. Sorry, my fucking nose is itchy. I'm trying to do this, guys. I'm sorry. But he gets a cop on the officers, and... Well, Well, for first she didn't hear the cops calling him. But it was basically their grandpa, who is one of the cops. Sorry, the fucking chair. They're squeaking again. Oh, also doing some more research, I found out that Lexi and Frey are not brothers and sisters. Lexi is only Frey's babysitter. Sorry, but I know I fucking hate misspelling and misleading shit. So Freddy's grandpa asked one of the cops to go check on them so they're safe. However, they came out. Lexi and Freddy was hearing some door banging, so they ran to hide and they decided to use Freddy's RPG car along with the GoPro camera to look to see who it is. And after falling over and tumbling and such, who did they find the fourth door? Of course, it's fucking Pooh! Sorry for all the eardrum people. I'm just joking around, even though I'm not high. But yeah, so Pooh destroys the camera and looks around the house, and at first he thought he saw the duo, but Lexi and Frey, but of course they ran all the way out the door. They jumped out of nowhere and covered him Pooh up with the blanket. And yes, I'm still gonna call Pooh Winnie the Pooh Billy, because still that's what he is now, Winnie the Pooh. So anyway, then after they got out, the cops finally came and they tell the cops what's going on. So one of the cops decided to go inside to check out. However, her Pooh comes out of nowhere, and attacks her, and tries choking her. But after it cuts back to Frey and Lexi here, and Pooh and making noise, and the lady, Officer Williams, get her hand pulled off, and gets beaten down by her own hand. Which, ouch, by the way. And he actually uses the killer by stabbing her in the mouth with it. God damn. By God, or whatever. I don't know why I thought of that. So meanwhile, Christopher Robin was in a car having some thoughts, and had seen a vision of a strange animation of his own brother becoming Winnie the Pooh. And he knew that he has to try to end this whole thing once and for all. But then again, he was also listening to an audio of Dr. Gallup's, tests on the poor kids. Poor missing kids, at least. So the cops stick around no longer, and Lexi, he called Christopher Robin to let her know that Finn's dead. They tried contacting their parents, but they didn't answer, so she basically, Lexi tells Christopher that he basically has to get home in case they're in trouble. And guess who's home? Pooh is! 'Cause of course! Anyway, so So he drops down a bear trap and starts walking towards the door. Back door, at least. And meanwhile inside, Ella and her dad were playing together in her room. And was playing with the teddy bear. Until the power went out and Christopher Robin's mom had to go check and see. However, when Pooh comes face to face with her, of course, he then, hears a random noise and saw a Pooh who in front of her. Then he actually straight up kills her. No joke, y'all. Pooh killed Christopher's parents. Boo fricky hoo. However, off-screen wise, I think their dad died. And Lexi was kidnapped by, and Ella was kidnapped by Pooh. And when Christopher Robin found her mother's dead, her father's dead, he knew he had to look for Ella before Pooh kills her. So if he needed any motivation to kill this fucker, he fucking found it. Meanwhile, at the raid party, Pooh and Owl and Tigger saw a raid party and they knew what they had to do, so they legit went out for a massacre. However, for some retarded reason, since everyone at raid party was drunk, basically, they thought Pooh was just some fucker in a costume. Which, of course he is in real life, y'all! Have y'all seen the last movie? But yeah, then Pooh and Tigger basically went on a mother flippin' massacre. And during this whole madness, you basically see everyone running, some of them getting killed by Pooh. Hell, Pooh even ran on all fours like a flippin' bear. Then they got to one room and they keep hearing ee, meeny, miny, mo, because right behind him was Tigger the Tiger, and he killed someone with just a slash in the face. Or to the neck, actually. There was a scene where he did show up at one point saying hello everybody, which is kind of hilarious, because that's what Disney's Tigger the Tiger did at one point. But yeah. So Tigger went on a rampage, killing another girl that is dressed up like an angel. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't spit. And at one point, he even has one girl who basically lost her eyeballs, for fuck's sake. And he straight up called her a bitch. No joke. Tigger said bitch. You see why this is a kind of a good thing we get these movies like these? It's because we can get our childhood characters to swear. It's kind of silly to see it. Anyways, so Christopher finally gets the raid party, but of course sees that, everybody's dead. Yeah, so Lexi gets a GPS, goes into her car on her GPS to see and found out that Frey is at the 100-acre wood, at least I believe, but I'm not sure. Then, of course, Pooh is killing more raid party members. And Christopher Robin was still looking for Pooh. Hang on, I need to eat. And Christopher actually found one of his friends, not Lexi, and she basically tells her that they now believe Christopher and that he's sorry that they didn't believe him. But yeah. Then we get our big reunion that we've all been waiting for with an hour 20 minutes in! Jesus Christ, that's too long for a freaking movie like that! Or no, it was Tigger actually, not Pooh and Christopher, but yeah. He did shoot Tigger in the torso, but while his friend and hold him, in which he finally kills her off. Christopher tried shooting Tigger, but of course he leaps off to go be in the third movie. Then he hears Tigger's growling, so he says fuck it and just leaves. Yeah, Tigger is still on a massacre and all, since there are still people getting killed by a raid party. Like, seriously, James, I cannot wait for you to kill count this shit at the end of the month, because I know it's going to have a big number. Then who kept on going to kill more people that are still trying to run away. See? And Christopher Robin does find Pooh, and then Pooh straight up grabs a chainsaw, and while the rain was starting to happen, Christopher Robin comes out hovering, and realizes that he's now at the scene where it all began, aka the final battle spot of Winnie the Pooh Boy and Honey 1. At least it looked like it, honestly, but I could be wrong. So Christopher looked around and turned to, of course, see Pooh, who now in front of him, ready for a final battle. Oh. But he asks where is his sister, but instead of answering, he turns on his chainsaw. Oh. And he grabs and Christopher Robin grabs like some big pipe thing. And they started having a final battle, which actually, and at one point Pooh actually ends up having a flaming chainsaw, which, holy shit, that's cool as shit. And yes, y'all, to be blatantly honest, it actually got my ass to, like this movie. However, meanwhile, Lexi was still driving to find Christopher Robin and Freddy. However, Owl is following her too. So when she gets to the woods, she hears Owl talking to her. While Pooh is still chasing after Christopher Robin and ready to kill him. However, with his kind words to his brother, basically, which is honestly still weird to know, but come on. However, Pooh grabs him by the throat, despite him telling him that they could be friends again, or brothers, basically, I don't know. But then he tackles Pooh down and gets on top of him, but he gets her off of her, grabs her, and was about to put her face in the chainsaw. However, for Pooh, who then grabs an axe, screams, and my guys, you're not gonna believe what he says, because with Pooh's final words were, "Oh brother," wait, "Oh brother," or no, "Oh bother," basically. But the closed caption says "Oh brother," but let's just say it's "Oh bother." At least it's close enough, okay? So yeah, I guess. And with that, Pooh is now finally dead. Dead. Lexi and Christopher had a comfort together. The cops finally come on the scene of the crime, and it's revealed that Freddy and Lexi are still alive. Thank God. And Lexi threw away her teddy bear, her telling Christopher that she doesn't need it anymore, let alone they need it anymore. So now, and the movie ends with Lexi, Christopher, her, Ellie, because of her, yeah, she's still alive too. Sorry to scare y'all. And Frey all leave the 100-acre woods. However, that wasn't the end. Because then we get a mid-credits scene showing that despite Pooh being dead, hello y'all, they forgot Owl. He's still alive and Tigger's still alive. So Owl comes and grabs some jar of honey that also has something green on there. And he talks about, Owl says, as his final words, that Pooh may be dead, but they'll all be back. The movie is technically good. Trust me, it deserves that 75% on popcorn meter or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and sorry that this is a long video, but I tried my best, y'all. I tried. But I might chop it down on the silence, since I got CapCut, but we'll see, okay? Okay. So thank you for watching, and until the next time where as we check out the one movie that you can basically put any supernatural horror in, like say Jack Frost or whatever, or blah blah blah. I don't know, but yeah. And use it to make your own horror movie as we dig into Cabin in the Woods next time. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for day 7-ish of the Bye Guy Reviews. Bye y'all.